Is Artale an authentic old school MapleStory experience? And the short answer is no. Why? Just playing it for a few minutes, the realization hits you. Is this really what we have to settle with? Do we want old school MapleStory so bad that this is what we have to resort to?
I have no idea what's going on right now.
I just want to highlight some of the differences between old school MapleStory and Artale because I've seen a lot of people asking, and there are a lot of differences. I was trying to figure out how to customize my character. Right off the bat, you'll notice a lot of cash shop cosmetics. In addition, you'll see this weird thing where gender-specific clothes don't really exist anymore.
Why do I have a skirt, yo? What?
You actually need to go to the Maple Worlds launcher, and there you'll find kind of weird, I don't know, changing room where you're able to try on a bunch of different clothes.
I have no clue, yo. Some straight out Korean shit right here.
Now in the beginning it was kind of jarring for me to see everybody having these crazy cosmetics. This definitely kind of detracted from that old school nostalgic feeling I have of old school MapleStory. Now at the end of the day it's just cosmetic, but it still kind of just adds to this whole feeling that this doesn't really feel that authentic. These cosmetics are going hard. Yeah, so while playing, on a few different occasions the game either disconnected or the application just straight up froze. And then I had to wait a few minutes before it just said nope and disconnected me anyways. Yo, it's 2025. Why am I actually lagging right now? But after getting back in, I realized I didn't even need to do the quests in the starting zone because just killing the mobs were giving me so much experience. Now, it kind of got me thinking because from what I remember as a kid leveling up, it took so much more time. And that's because Artale has a 2x experience rate. Yeah, I'm leveling up so quick, the XP's crazy. But besides all of that, the game just kind of feels cheap, almost like one of those MapleStory Flash games. Like you have loading screens between zones, you kind of have assets loading in and popping up. Yo, the loading zones in 2025 is actually wild. Why is there even a loading screen? The shit's not even loaded in yet. Why is it popping in after the loading screen? The UI kind of just feels off. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Maybe it's just the scaling of the UI or maybe the color of the font. But it just feels like all the UI elements were kind of just taken to paint and stretched. Then the next thing I noticed was the minimap doesn't actually kind of line up with the position of the platforms on the screen. Yo, the minimap, it doesn't even line up. Like it's not even trying. Like they're not even trying. Like it's not even close. Look at me. I'm literally in midair. But now we're getting to the biggest issue, and that's the 50 player limit cap per channel, meaning many of the players are spread across dozens of different channels. This channel select is atrocious. But a really annoying thing, if you end up joining a channel that's almost full, it will almost always kick you out. Not back to the login screen, but back to the Maple Worlds launcher, meaning you'll have to log back in. Now this is a big deal because ask any player who's been in this community to list their favorite thing about the old game, and I'm sure nearly every single one of them would say the community. Party quests, kerning, looty, partying up, training in areas together, Hennessy's, the free trade market. So this 50 player cap is probably one of the biggest downsides of this whole platform. Now pair this with the auction house that is released in Artale, which totally kills the free market, as you can see. These things just make the world feel so empty. So like it's all there. Like you got the UI, the character, the skills. It's old school MapleStory, but kind of like a no-name off-brand of MapleStory. But really, that's just the tip of the iceberg for the amount of changes in Artale. You have a bunch of small little changes to skills. It's not really following the proper progression of the content that was released in old school MapleStory. But with all of the negatives aside, I found myself still genuinely having fun. The combat, when not lagging, still feels kind of really crispy. Movement feels nice, but at the end of the day, it falls short. It doesn't quite meet the expectations of what I was looking for and what I feel like a lot of people want. Now, if you really need your fix, I'd say just stick to private servers for the time being, until what I'm and everybody else is waiting for, MapleLand drops.